mousetrap. Listen, if you have spent all 2025 struggling with your natural hair in particular, I want you to watch the video. And I'm going to give you some things that's going to help you so you can go ahead and have a plan to end the year strong and to start your 2026 off on the right track. Okay, first thing I want you to do, I want you to give yourself grace, because when you don't know, when you're not educated, you know, you just make ignorant choices. You make ignorant choices. So that's okay. Give yourself some grace on that. But the first thing I want you to focus on, especially if you are like, man, I had intentions to really take care of my hair this year. It did not go as planned. You know what I'm saying? I really wanted to grow my hair this year, but that did not happen. I'm going to give you a few things that's going to kind of help. That's going to not kind of, but that's going to help get you on the right path so you can be successful for this upcoming year. First things first is you need to have a routine. You need to have a plan, okay? Time is out for all the willy-nilly. Oh, I just wash it when I feel like it, just whenever I get a chance. No, you need to sit down. This is part of your New Year planning. You need to sit down and think realistically. How often can you wash your hair? Okay? I want you to sit down and realistically think. Now, my rule of thumb, if you want to get to, now I'm going to tell you what my rule of thumb is as a professional. My rule of thumb is, if you want to achieve optimum results, I recommend as a hairstylist to shampoo every 7 to 10 days. I understand, like, if you're someone, you're just starting out in your journey, that might seem like a push. But let's just say you're only someone who shampoos once a month. Your schedule need to be, let's push it to twice a month, okay? That's why I said I want you to sit down and realistically think. Sometimes when I say every 7 days, a lot of people get scared. They're like, oh my gosh, I don't know what I'm going to do. But I want you to sit down and what's going to be your shampoo days. This got to be a routine. You need to put it in your calendar. You need to save the date. You have to think about a time. And you got time. You got time, because you on here watching my video. So you got time. Okay, so you need to realistically think, when is the best time for you to do your hair so you can have time? So that might be Friday night after you get the kids to bed. That might be, I don't know, maybe work from home. Maybe that's on Mondays. But you need to make sure when you have time so you're not rushing, okay? So you're not rushing, because a lot of issues that comes up with hair growth as well is like when you're rushing and you brushing too hard, you being too rough with your hair, you're going to cause breakage. And then you're like, my hair is not growing. Truth is, your hair is always growing, but you're not able to see your growth because you're too rough and you're rushing through your routine, okay? So that's why I say you need to sit down to see, okay, realistically, how often will I be able to wash my hair? At least 7 to 10 is a push, okay? Every 14 days. If you're somebody who washes your hair, this is a no judgment zone this morning. If you're someone who shampoo their hair once every other month, I want you to at least start once a month, okay? And take 2 or 3 months to get consistent at that, okay? So if your thing is like, oh, I do shampoo every 2 weeks, I actually want to start doing once a week. Do that for the first couple months. Get used to it. It's kind of like habit stacking. And these are things that I'm learning too, even as my my healthy lifestyle journey. I'm stacking on habits, right? Okay, so I got this habit down pat. I got comfortable, so now I'm getting into tier 2. All right, so that's the same thing with y'all. Habit stack with your hair. So even if that means breaking up your shampoo day, because it might feel like a lot to you, okay? So you might want to shampoo, deep condition, blow dry one day, and then on another day you style. At least do something. Something is better than nothing. But first, you need to have a routine. You need to have a set day of when you're going to shampoo. You also need to have a set time when you're going to do treatments on your hair. We're going to do deep conditioning treatments on your hair at home, on sting treatments. I have a plethora of videos on my page. Just go and search like treatments, Lisa Smilez. I'll show you how to do DIY treatments at home to help optimize your growth. So you can do that. You need to sit down. You need to have a treatment schedule. If you want some of this like written out, like if you want a curated actual plan and you like, Lisa, I just click on this live, I ain't got time to listen to all this, do you have a thing? Yes. Go to my website, and it's gonna be a pop-up on my website, and it's called no, not a pop-up. Well, I got two offers for you on my website. One is free. It's called Why Is My Hair Always Dry? You can go get that digital download. That's free. All I need is your email. And then the second thing you can get is for $4.99. You can get my ultimate hair care guide. That's gonna break down your actual routine of what you need to be doing based on whatever issues you have with your hair. But this information right here is going to be for the masses to help everybody listening. So you need to have a schedule of your treatment schedule. Especially if you're someone and you're really trying to take your hair to the next level, this stuff needs to be planned out. Either in your note. I know me, I'm a digital girly, so I put a lot of things in my notes in my phone. Y'all need to write this down like a plan. Okay, you need to have a hair plan for 2026. No willy-nilly, because it's amazing. Like when people come into the salon and I ask them, I'm like, when was the last time you did a treatment on your hair? When the last time you did a trim? And they don't know. Now, if you did get my hair care guide, I have a way where you can track all these things. You know what I'm saying? Where you can track, okay, this is how often I'm supposed to be getting this treatment. Okay, let me write down the date last time I got it. So a lot of y'all, that's what y'all need to do. Because a lot of times, like, we get so focused on the end goal, but we need to fall in love with the routine, with the habits. Because trust me, when you start doing the habits on a consistent basis, when you start getting so consumed with just having a healthy hair routine, the growth is going to come out automatically. Okay, I know this year you might want to grow 4 or 5 inches. I don't want you to focus on that. I want you to focus on your healthy hair care habits. And what does that mean? That means you're cleansing your hair. And cleansing your hair is moisturizing your hair, because you're getting that water on the hair. I want you to focus on your treatments, and I want you to focus on your trims. And the last thing is low manipulation hairstyles. Okay, so first thing I said is get your shampoo schedule together. Okay, second thing you need to do is get your treatment scheduled together. Okay, if you don't know how often you should be doing treatments or what kind of treatments you should be doing, get my ebook guide, and that's going to help you. So whether you got dry hair, whether you got low porosity hair, high porosity hair, all that stuff is going to be spelled out in the pamphlet to give you when you need to be getting the treatments and how often. Or if you cannot afford $4.99, you can just go binge watch all my videos and piece them all together. Okay, but the ebook guide kind of just puts everything in a nice, concise little thing, so you just know exactly what to do. You might not have time to watch all my videos. Okay, you might just make me like, girl, I ain't about to sit here and watch you run your mouth for a whole hour. Okay, you might not want to do that, and that's okay, because you'll know me. Okay, so get the ebook guide, $5. But you can, and really, if you really just want to nerd out, you can learn so much from my videos. Okay, go back and watch them. Okay, so the second thing I want you to do is get your treatments up. Third thing I want you to do to focus on to get, if you're struggling, is get on a trim schedule. Okay, if your hair is really, really damaged and you're really trying to get on the right track, I want you to start off with on a trim schedule every 6 to 8 weeks. As your hair get healthier and you taking care of your hair better, you probably can stretch your trims out a little bit longer, probably up to 12 weeks. But if you're really struggling with your hair and you want to get on the right track, every 6 to 8 weeks, you need to find your professional. If you're not in Raleigh, if you're in Raleigh, come holler at me, to keep up with your trims. Okay, get those dead ends off. Stop holding on to dead weight. Excuse me. Stop holding on to hair that's not serving you no purpose. Don't get caught up on the length. Get caught up on the health, because when you get caught up on the health of your hair, it's going to grow. The fourth thing I want you to focus on is low manipulation hairstyles. And what do I mean by low manipulation hairstyles? Styles that you do not have to manipulate on a daily basis. Prime example, 2-strand twists. You can do mini braids, mini twists. You can do flat twists. But I want you to focus on those things. And then also, if you're really trying to get your hair together this year, you got to keep the braids and the synthetic hair at an absolute minimum. You have to keep that at an absolute minimum, because the issue with a lot of people who I see is they are too reliant on the braids and the weave, and they're neglecting their hair. If you're trying to get your hair together this year, trust me, the more and more you focus on the health of your hair, the easier it's going to get, the more beautiful it's going to be, and you're going to like wearing out more. Now, I'm not saying you can't do braids at all this year. No, I'm not saying that, but I'm saying keep them at a bare minimum, okay? A bare minimum, because a lot of people, they go into braids back to back to back and they never give their hair a break, okay? Happy birthday. And never give their hair a break. So I want you to keep those braids at a bare minimum, okay? And then low manipulation hairstyles with your natural hair. Twists, mini braids with your natural hair, flat twists. You can even do cornrows with your natural hair. I got some styles on my if you go to my YouTube shorts, you can get some style inspiration too. But yeah, try to keep the synthetic hair at an absolute minimum, especially if you are someone and you are dealing with a lot of dryness and breakage. You definitely need to keep that synthetic hair for an absolute minimum. You probably need to take the first couple of months of this year to not have no synthetic hair in your head and really focus on keeping your hair moisturized, okay? If you need hair products, you can go to my website, lisasmilez.com. I have a plethora of shampoos, conditioners that you can do your treatments at home with. I have leave-in conditioners, okay? I have styling foam, styling products, so you got everything you need on the website if you need some help. But I just got to work, just got to the salon, so I'm about to go in here and get ready for my first client. But this video was short and quick. I'll try to pop in some more throughout the week, give y'all some more tips. But hopefully this was helpful for somebody who is struggling with their natural hair. If this video was helpful for you, thank you for liking the video, or send this to somebody who's struggling. It's gonna help them get their hair back on the right track. All right.